What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the House Nerd Show. I'm here with more Marvel Legends. This time we have the House of X wave with the Build-A-Figure Tri-Sentinel, and this wave looks awesome. So it's all X-Men characters, which is perfect, but we get some with different looks that we've never really seen before, which is awesome because I love the X-Men, so seeing them in different looks is just really cool to me. So in this wave, we've got Wolverine and a new version of Charles Xavier, and then we got Omega Sentinel, Marvel Girl, Moira McTaggart, Cyclops, and Magneto. So all look very awesome, and as you can see, they're all in different looking outfits. The only one that's kind of the same is Wolverine in the yellow and brown outfit. And then we get the Build-A-Figure of Tri-Sentinel. So if we look around on the back, we can see that's what we're going to be building right there. So that's going to look awesome as well. So I'm excited to get these figures open and check them out. And I hope you are as well. So let me go ahead and pop these open and we'll check them out together. So our first character up here is Wolverine, and he looks pretty awesome. So again, it's kind of like a Wolverine we've seen before in the brown and yellow outfit, so much like the classic Wolverine. But he looks awesome here. So it's just another Wolverine figure to add to all the Wolverines they've made in Marvel Legends. But he looks pretty great here. So there's this whole House of X storyline that's hard to go into and detail all this stuff, but a part of it, there is a group of X-Men put together that is sent out to destroy a mother mold, which is a giant sentinel factory that can make master molds, which are giant sentinels in themselves that can then make other sentinels. So it's like the mother of all creation or whatever for sentinels. So they're sent out to destroy, but in doing so, they pretty much all get killed. So Wolverine is one of them that is on the team. And I was going to say, it looks just pretty much like your standard Wolverine, nothing crazy besides like his outfit being a little bit different, but he does come with the additional head when we see it that does look like he's older. So I don't know if it's supposed to be an older version of Logan here or what the deal is, but otherwise he does look pretty cool though. I really like the look of this figure. But for its movements, those head there can twist all the way around. He can look down and look up, so pretty decent movements in the head. Shoulders can come up to 9 degrees if you get them pushed there, and then it has a butterfly joint, so you can swing back and forth. And I like the far range in the back and stuff. Pretty good movements. And of course they twist all the way around. We get the bicep twist, the double elbow joint that bends up that far, and then we get the wrist that can twist around and flex back and forth. He has the ab crunch that can crunch back and forth there. You can twist all the way around at the waist. Hips can come up to over 90 degrees there. He's got pretty good movements. Out to the side that far, he's got a thigh twist that can go all the way around. A double knee joint that can bend up that far in the back, and then the foot can flex back and forth and twist side to side. So great looking Wolverine figure. No real issues or anything at all with him. I think he looks pretty great there. But as I said, he does come with this extra head, which I think I kind of like a little bit more just because he doesn't have the smiling face of the other one, but he does have a nice beard here at the bottom that's all in gray, so it does make it seem like he's a little bit older. So I think this head may overall look a little bit better just because, like I said, doesn't have that smiling face that this one has. I think it's a little bit weird, so I think I may switch the heads out to see if it looks any better. I do think it looks a little bit better. The white beard does kind of stand out a little bit, but I think overall it looks better without that smiling face on it, so I do think I like the older version better. And next up we have Charles Xavier, which of course looks a little bit different from what we've seen before, but this is Charles Xavier in Phantom X's body, and if you don't remember, here is Phantom X. We did the figure not too long ago from the Amazon pack. So Phantom X is pretty much donates his body, so Xavier can transfer his mind into his body, and he wears a Cerebro helmet on its head, so it looks pretty awesome there. I like the big X on the head as well. So it's just a basic looking figure. It's just a male body in an all black suit, but then just has the head up top. But I think overall it fits pretty well and fits exactly for how he looked in the House of X storyline. But again, it's just the head with a big ball on it, pretty much is what it looks like. But for the movements, those head there can twist all the way around. He can look down and look up. Really good movements in the neck. Shoulders can come up 90 degrees. Has a little bit of a butterfly joint. Not a whole lot of range though. And of course the shoulders can rotate all the way around. We get the bicep twist, the double elbow joint that bends up that far, and the wrist can twist around and flex back and forth. Ab crunch right there, so crunch back and forth a little bit. Not a whole lot of range, unfortunately. Twist all the way around at the waist. Hips can come up over 90 degrees, and the thigh can twist all the way around. We get the double knee joint that can bend up that far in the back, and then we get the foot that can flex back and forth and twist side to side. So again, it is just a pretty basic figure there in a body we've seen multiple times before, but he comes with some accessories, so we get additional hands. So we have a pointer finger hand, so a hand with a little pointer finger there, and then an additional hand. It almost looks like a Cyclops hand, but using his telepathy powers. And speaking of, we also get an unmasked head for Charles Xavier here, so it looks pretty much just like the normal Charles, but you can see it has a little effect on it to using his telepathy powers. So I actually kind of like this. I think the effect looks better compared to the one we've had in the past, but for the figure I think it'd look a little weird, so I just want to leave the head with the Cerebro ball on it. And next up we have Omega Sentinel, which I actually really like the look of this, but her real name is Karima Shapinder, which was a police officer in India who ended up being taken and transformed into an Omega Sentinel by Bastion, which Bastion I could explain more about, but we'll be seeing him once we get that Sentinel in. So once that comes in, which hopefully shouldn't be too much longer, we can show him off and kind of explain that and show all the different Sentinel type characters together. But the Omega Sentinels are human humans transform into Sentinels and are used like other Sentinels to track down and hunt mutants. And her biggest ability is her nano shifting technology, but she just looks awesome here. So you can see that she's been modifying stuff. So she has the red face now, which I think is a really awesome color, and I think the paint job looks awesome. So the face looks pretty great. I like the white lines there on her head, looks pretty awesome as well. And then we got her all robot looking body. So again, with turning into an Omega Sentinel, most of her body was replaced with technology. So she's got the robotic metal arms there. I like her bodysuit, so it's all white, has the red on the side here outlined in black, and the white goes all the way down to her feet where she has some outlines of what'd be like boots and stuff with the black there as well. I just like the color scheme together. Everything about it just looks really nice. So for her movements, her head that can twist all the way around. She can look that far down and that far up. Her neck's really stiff for some reason. Her shoulders can come up a little bit there, under 90 degrees though, because she does have the armor padding, so it reminds me of like the Stormtrooper figures. They don't really raise up too far there, but it can twist all the way around. And then we got the elbow joint there that can bend up, single elbow joint to 90 degrees, and it has the rotation. And then we get the wrist that can twist around and flex back and forth. She has the ab crunch right there, so crunch back and forth there, and can twist all the way around. Her hips can come up to 90 degrees there, and out to the side that far. She has thigh twist that can twist all the way around. A double knee joint that can bend up that far in the back, and the foot flexes back and forth and can twist side to side. And for her accessory, she comes with an additional head, so we have this other version of her head. So as you can see, she does look more robotic, and you can see it has a human face down there at the bottom, robot up top, and then she has long brown hair that just got two pigtails there in the back and the big bushy hair. I think that looks pretty nice. And then she also comes with some arm attachments. So here's the first one we have. So since she has the nano technology, we do have this little nano gun here that can form around with her arm. So we can't switch it out. So it pops in right at her elbow joint to give her this big gun arm. So we can go and switch this out. So there you can just pop the gun on her arm like that, and that looks pretty cool. But then she also comes with another gun, and we do have multiple of these figures. So here is the other one that we have the head already switched out, and then she has this gun as well that can be popped onto her arm. So we have the two different versions here that we can use for her. Both look very awesome. I think I like the one with the red face more just because I love that color they chose. It's a nice like reddish orange color, very bright looking. I really like that a lot, so I think I like that one more. But both two great looking figures for Omega Sentinels, and nice ones to go with all of our other Sentinels, like I said, whenever we get that HasLab one in. And next up we have Marvel Girl, which is also Jean Grey, but Marvel Girl was like her original name, and then she just went to Jean Grey. But with this storyline, she's back to Marvel Girl, and very much in a classic looking outfit. So she has the green dress on, the yellow mask there sticking up, of course, with her bright red hair down there to the back, yellow gloves and boots, which look nice, and then has a nice belt there with the X logo, of course, for being on the X-Men. And she, just like Wolverine, was chosen to be on the X-Men team to hunt down the Mother Mold, and she ended up dying as well, but they were all brought back eventually. But I think this figure does look really good. It's very like classic, reminds me like straight out of the 70s or something, but it's just a really nice look for her. But for her movements, her head there can twist a little side to side. Again, her hair's in the way, unfortunately, but she can look down and again not look up at much at all because of the hair in the back, so just get a little movement back and forth. The shoulders can come up to 90 degrees there and rotate all the way around. She's got the single elbow joint there, can bend up to 90 degrees and has the rotation. And then we get the wrist that can twist around and flex back and forth. She has like an ab crunch right at her waist, so it can rock back and forth a little bit there, and she can twist all the way around. Her hips can come up a little bit. Again, she's in a skirt, so you don't get a whole lot of range, so you just get a little bit of movement in there and out to the side as well. But she does have the thigh twist that can twist her leg all the way around, a double knee joint there that can bend up that far in the back, and then the foot flexes back and forth and can twist side to side. And this is like a regular female body, so she does have some issues standing up, but thankfully the shoes they put on them have kind of like bigger like fronts to them and everything, so it allows them to stand up a little bit better. But her legs are also kind of weak and everything and bent up a little bit from being in the box. But she comes with some accessories, so she has just two fist hands. So with it being Jean Grey and her telepathy and telekinesis and stuff, she does come with the magic hands, as I like to call them. So the hands there for doing her telekinesis powers and everything that we can switch out. And then she also comes with this little ball planter. I don't know exactly what it's supposed to be. I didn't read anything about this, but it's like a nice little ball, and it has this flower growing out, which is a really nice looking flower for a figure. But I like how the ball even has a little flat spot on the bottom, so you can't actually get it to stand up. So that is pretty nice overall for the Marvel Girl. And next up we have Moira McTaggart, which is a character that I only really know about because of the newer X-Men movies. So that's the only reason I know much of anything about her at all. But her immune ability is resurrection, so we don't really get to see her powers very often. She just has ability, so if she dies, she gets resurrected and is born again as a baby and everything. So that's really, she pretty much has a never-ending life. So I bet that's fun to deal with. But she's one of the world's leading geneticists, so she deals a lot with genetics and dealing with mutants especially. So that's why we have her here. She looks like she's in a white lab coat and everything, and I like the white lab coat. Even has pins and stuff up there in the pocket, and you can see she has her hair down with some glasses on, which actually looked pretty nice, not too bad at all for an action figure. And then she's just in like a pink shirt with a maroon dress on, and then maroon shoes that match them, and she's pretty much very similar to the Marvel Girl, and like outfit wise doesn't look too much different than that. But for movements, her head there can twist all the way around, and she can look down and look up there. So much better movements for her head. Her shoulders come up 90 degrees and can rotate all the way around. She has the single elbow joint that can bend up there to 90 degrees and has the rotation. The wrist can twist around and flex back and forth. She has an ab crunch right under her chest there, so she can rock back and forth. Again, with this jacket, you don't get much movement, but she can rock back and forth and twist around in there as well. Her legs can move a little bit more. Her dress seems a little bit thinner compared to Marvel Girl, but her legs can come up a little bit higher there, and she has the thigh twist as well. Double knee joint that can bend up that far in the back, and the foot that flexes back and forth and can twist side to side. So again, she's very similar to Marvel Girl with the outfit and everything. Feet are the same and stuff, so she does have some issues standing, but I have got her to stand up. But she does come with some accessories. So like first we get a little book here. It looks like a physics book or something there with the little electron cloud that has the X-Men logo in the center, so that's awesome. Just a little tiny book there. And then she comes with a different head, so we have a head without the glasses, and she has this little hat on. I don't know what you call it, but it reminds me like straight out of the 70s, and you can see she has the big gold earrings there on her ears, so that's awesome. You can switch those out, and to go along with it, we do also get a little ascot scarf there that you can put on around her neck, which is funny. And then she even comes with some additional arms here with some additional hands, so we have like an open sword magic hand and a grip hand there, and they're just in that pinkish color that matches her shirt, so you can take her jacket off and switch her arms out to make her more in like a casual style. And we have another one of her as well, so here is that figure again with that additional head, the ascot, and the arms switched out and everything. So looks pretty nice overall. So you can have two different Moiras, whichever you prefer, whether you want her to be like out on the town or whatever you'll call it with this like casual version or the lab version in the lab coat, but I think either fit perfect for Moira MacTaggert. And next up we have Magneto. So Magneto, just like all the other Magnetos, no real difference going on with any sort of storyline or anything, but with the House of X, he's working alongside Charles, so they're kind of like the two leaders of the group. But he's in the all white outfit this time, which I think looks really cool. It reminds me a lot of like that Phantom X outfit, which I think my brother wants to take some stuff and switch it out with the Phantom X, because I think like the lines and stuff would even work really good on his body. So just kind of just to switch up to have a different look to Phantom X. But overall, he looks really awesome. I love the Magneto in general, just his look, but in the white, it just looks incredible. So with the all white and silver and the black lines, just looks incredible. So he's got the nice Magneto helmet on, of course, and it's all silver with the white outline, the white little horns there up on the top. You can see his face underneath there. Looks a little bit angry. Has the exact same cape design, so has the silver on with the little bulb pieces and the cape hanging down to the back, which looks really nice there in the all white. And then again, all white spandex everywhere else. Nice belt around his waist. Even has an X-Men logo, so you can tell he's more on the good side and everything, since he is wearing the X-Men logo. Nice gauntlets on his arms with the metal, and even has little bulb pieces for the white gloves. Black line continue down his leg, and then those legs are just all white down to his boots, and you can see a little bit of white color difference between the two there, but it just looks incredible. This is such a beautiful figure. So for his movements, his head can twist all the way around there. He can look down and look up, so good movements in the neck. Shoulders can come up to 90 degrees there and rotate around. Of course, the cape's in the way a little bit there. He's got the bicep twist, the double elbow joint that can bend up that far. Then he's got the wrist that can twist around and flex back and forth. Ab crunch right there, crunch forward and back a little bit. Twist all the way around at the waist. Hips come up 90 degrees out to the side that far with a thigh twist that can twist all the way around. Double knee joint that can bend up that far at least. Shin twist right there at the top of the boot area, and then the foot can flex back and forth and twist side to side. So as I said, this is just a beautiful Magneto figure and is awesome. And he comes with some additional hands, so he has two like grip hands already. We get two white fist hands, so just fist if you want him, and then he has more of like his using magnetism hands there, so just kind of doing that. But otherwise, it's really basic. He doesn't really come with a lot of stuff, no real effects or anything for his magnetism, just those hands unfortunately, but he still looks awesome. Like I said, this character is beautiful. In our final figure of the wave is Cyclops. So Scott Summers, as usual, getting all the same sort of storyline, and again, he is another X-Men put on the team to go after Mother Mold and is ended up killed, but again is resurrected with all their minds are transferred into clone bodies of themselves. So Cyclops looks different here, so he's in an all dark blue outfit with lighter blue lines all through it, which I think looks pretty cool. I wish the colors were a little bit different. Maybe this blue was a little bit different or some like a black or something, just so it may be even a little bit better. But he has the covering that comes all the way up around his face, and of course his Cyclops goggles there with the red visor, so it looks awesome there. Belt on with a bunch of pockets and the X-Men logo on there. Some metal bracers there with some little blue bulbs, and the dark blue continues down his feet, and even some more blue lines there. He's just got the normal shoes on there, so nothing really different, just an all pretty solid color figure with a little bit of that blue to help break it up. But for his movements, said there can twist all the way around. He can look down and up there, so nice movements in the neck. Shoulders come up 90 degrees and can rotate around. We've got the bicep twist, the double elbow joint that bends up that far, and then the wrist can twist around and flex back and forth. Ab crunch right there, crunch back and forth there, and twist all the way around at the waist. Hips hips come up 90 degrees there, out to the side that far, pretty good out to the side. Thigh twist all the way around, a double knee joint that bends up that far in the back, a shin twist right at the top of the boot there, and then the foot flexes back and forth and can twist side to side. And for accessories, he comes with an additional head with the optic blast shooting out of it. So I like the face there. You can see he's making more gritting face. I like the little flames coming out to the side and everything, and then the optic blast that you can sort of take off there, but I like it having stuck in there. So it may go and switch his head out, and on his hands he does have the left hand to press down on his visor and stuff, so I think these would fit pretty good together. So let me switch it out. So there, Cyclops looks pretty awesome with that additional head on with the blast coming straight at him. That looks really cool there actually. So that is really awesome for the Cyclops figure. And so of course all those figures came with the pieces to build the Tri-Sentinel here, so let me try and get this all popped together. So here I got the Tri-Sentinel put together, or how it's also known as the Theta Sentinel, because the Tri-Sentinel is just a normal Sentinel with a 3-sided head, but this is considered a Theta Sentinel. It's a new Sentinel design, it just has a 3 head, so it's still a Tri-Sentinel, just a little bit different design. But this one was created for the sole purpose to stop mutants from destroying humans, as some humans thought mutants would do. But this looks awesome in the nice purple and silver. It looks pretty awesome here. It has of course the 3 heads, which are on the end, each little sticks, and I don't even know if I have them in too well. They have a little bit of movements, but I'm not going to move them too much because I did the center one and it kept falling out. So I'm not going to move it around too much, but I think they're all stuck in there, but awesome there with those heads. But it has some shoulder joints up here that again, I think are real stiff on mine. I can't get them to even move at all, so I have to do some. This one can move a little bit there. It can move up and down. But then we got the single elbow joint there that can bend up to like 90 degrees, and it also has the rotation in it, and then the wrist can twist around and flex back and forth. Has these really creepy long fingers with 4 fingers and everything. It does have an ab crunch even, so it can crunch back and forth at the abdomen there and twist all the way around, which I think is pretty cool. Has hips that can come up to over 90 degrees there, long thin spindly legs, and has a thigh twist that can twist all the way around there. A double knee joint that can bend up that far in the back, so not too bad at all. And then the foot can flex back and forth and twist side to side. So we have our Tri-Sentinel there, which looks pretty awesome, and we can bring it in with Nimrod, which is another form of Sentinel. Of course, all go together with this. And then if we even wanted to, we could bring in our Omega Sentinel here that goes along with him as well. So like I said, just need our big giant HasLab Sentinel to come in, and we'd have a whole form of Sentinels all together there, which would be pretty awesome. So there's all our figures from the Marvel Legends House of X wave with the Build-A-Figure Tri-Sentinel. Such a great looking wave, and I love how they did this where it's all X-Men figures. They're all fit together. They're all from the same comic series. Everything just fits perfectly together. We don't have, you know, like movie versions mixed with other random characters and comic versions and everything. I just like it all fits together perfectly. And I hope they continue to do more waves like this because I just absolutely love it. So I think all these figures are awesome, but let me know what you thought of them down in the comments down below. But I hope you enjoyed my review. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you all stay awesome out there, and I'll see you in our next review.